All right then. So I've been working on my single Thanksgiving meal special for my cooking single channel, and being that it's a COVID Thanksgiving, I guess Bing Crosby never had one of those, I'm sure. We're all staying at home, right? My family's all staying at home, so the things we normally do for Thanksgiving we're not doing this year. So I had to either do it myself or go without. So part of the cooking single philosophy is using a lot of pre-made foods, not microwave foods, but foods that don't require a lot of input from the person cooking it, and not using a lot of fancy things. So I'm going to show you what I've created here, let you take a look at it so you can see what it was, and I'm going to tell you how I cooked all of it and how simple it all was. So I'm going to turn the camera around now and show you what we got going on here. The first thing, yeah, that's real gravy, and I did a video on that earlier, so you can, I'll try to attach it to this as well so you can see it, but it's up as a separate video. Basically, the Jennie-O turkey, which was in a bag, all I had to do was put it in the toaster oven for 2 hours at 375, and then I used a meat thermometer to make sure it was done internally. It came with a bag of its own juice, which is how I made the gravy. Basically just using flour and milk like I explained in the video that I'm attaching to this. So that was very simple to do, just a toaster oven for 2 hours and a pan of the juice that they supplied with milk and gravy roux mix that I created and shook up and then just dumped in and stirred. So the stuffing is stovetop stuffing. Yeah, it's a cheat, but hey, being single, we're talking about a pan of water and 4 tablespoons of butter. So you just go buy some butter and put some water in a pan and heat it up, dump it in, stir it, and it's done. I mean, it's a cheat, but you know, it's fairly tasty. I did add some thyme to it myself and a little bit of sage to give it a little more flavor than what it had. The yams were in the can that I showed you how to use your can opener to take apart. And for those, when they got done, I drained them, and I put them back in the pan and put them on the heat, and added a little bit of maple syrup and honey, just a squirt of each basically. And then once that got warm in the pan, I sloshed it around. It actually adds a lot of flavor to it. You can add brown sugar as well, but that's when you start getting difficult. And I think we all have maple syrup and honey around for the most part. The green beans were in a bag. I bought it in bulk at Sam's Club. They were in a microwave bag, just threw them in the microwave for 6 minutes, pulled them out, threw some butter in them, a little garlic powder, and I had some bacon bits left over from a breakfast that I had that I cut up and I threw bacon in there, and that's pretty much that. You can add soy sauce if you want, and sesame seeds, I did both. And then lastly is just the instant mashed potatoes, and they're butter mashed potatoes. They already taste really good. I mean, honestly, I enjoy, you know, peeling a potato like anybody else and making them from scratch. But when all you got to do is put 2 cups of water in a pan and then heat it up and dump that in and stir it, you know, it's a lot less fuss, and you don't have a 5-pound bag of potatoes that's going to rot in your back because you're not going to eat potatoes every day of your life as if you had a family. So there you go. There's the Thanksgiving feast. I'm going to put it all together here in a second into a meal on a plate and eat. So take care. Any comments, suggestions, criticisms, feel free to let me know. But for all you guys, have a happy Thanksgiving for 2020, and hopefully next year we can all get together together. Take care.